Alright, this video is going to be about what I bought at the Columbia Bottle Show and a few things I picked up along the way. I bought this because it's a 16-ounce drugstore. You very rarely see any of those. It's got a number of problems with it though, but the guy said he would take $7 for it. I'll buy all kinds of 16 ounces that are local for that price. Still looks pretty good on the shelf. We had another one. This one's going to require a lot of cleaning. I'll try and catch the embossing this way. It's also from Raleigh. Looks terrible when you try and look at it this way. This one has an inch-long crack right there and a big lip chip. But it was only $7 also, and after I clean it, it'll look great. I even decided to give him $3 for this slick 16 ouncer. Why he had so many 16 ounces, I don't know. He also had this one. I haven't found one of these. At least not this variation. I usually find the square or the rectangle ones. So for $6, that was a good deal. Okay, I bought one of these. These are pretty common actually. The Charlottesville, Virginia ones are pretty darn common, but this one's got sharp embossing. A couple days in the tumbler and it'll look better than the one that's currently in my collection. I don't know, how much did I pay for this one? I think it was about $45. And here we have an early looking straight-sided Coke from Sumter, South Carolina. Somehow there's a big piece of iron that got inside of it, which is twice as wide as the mouth of the bottle itself, so I'm not sure how that's possible. It's going to be challenging to get that out of there. I think I paid him $45 for this because it does have a couple pinhead bruises on it. And this Pepsi from Nashville, I've been wanting one of these for quite a while. I just didn't feel like paying $250 or whatever, $300. It's got a problem with the, looks kind of like a chip, but I think it's a manufacturing flaw. So I think I offered him $80 for it and he said okay, so that's fine with me. It's definitely worth over $80. And I picked up a few of these Chiro colas. The guy had almost a whole case of them from Macon, Georgia. But the fact that they were purple and he only wanted $5 a piece, I got 3 of them. And this one's not quite as dark. Could use a day in the tumbler. Okay, we have one of these beautiful, super beautiful. The Chic actually paid $2,100 for one of these. Of course, he didn't know what he was doing. But this guy had $75 on this one, and I said, I already got 2 of them, but they're just so beautiful, I decided to get a 3rd one. I don't think I've ever seen one for sale on eBay other than that one that sold for $2,100. They always have a lot of wear on them though. I'm going to have to fix that. I'm going to sand that out by hand all around the slug plate and reduce all those little wear marks. Then I'll put it on eBay and see what happens. And then I picked up this Chiro cola. I like the unique types of Chiro colas. I don't like the boring variety like those purple ones. That type of embossing was kind of boring on those. I only picked them up because they were purple. So I'm trying to get maybe 20 different styles of Chiro colas. And that's definitely the only town that made one like that. And for my ACL collection, I got this sexy lady that I've been wanting for years. It's a very expensive bottle. It has $125 on it. And that's because it has a scratch on the edge of the label. I offered him $100 for it and he said okay. So that's more than I like to spend, but if you want a good collection, you got to put out the money sometimes. And I picked up one of these original Budweisers just because it's a little better condition than the one I currently have. The guy said these were actually from the 1870s. I always heard they were 1881 to 87. But I paid $50 for that. I'm sure I can at least get my money back out of it if I want to. And I picked up one of these Buffalo ginger ales from Charlotte. Just because of the fact that it's green. I paid $10 for it. I thought that was a good deal until I got home and looked at it again and saw there's a big chip out of it right there and a smaller one right there. But still, sitting on a shelf, it looks pretty good. And he also had one of these from Rockingham, which is a lot more rare. But I already have two of them. I just always thought these were worth about $40 a piece. And he said he would sell it for $5. So I thought, well, I think he's selling it way too cheap, so I'll pick it up and tumble it out and resell it. Same guy had this one. It's just an ordinary orange crush, and it says New Burn on the bottom, so I thought, well, it's probably got to be worth $12. So when he said it was only $5, I picked it up, but when I got it home I noticed there's a giant crack in it. I don't know if that was there already and I missed it, or did it get cracked in the transporting it back home. But in any case, it was only a $5 loss. I also picked up this Mitchie. It's kind of a weird shape. And some of these turn purple. I think this one, I gambled on it gonna turn purple. That's why I picked it up for $3. And this one guy just had a couple bottles on his table, mostly Pottery stuff is what he was dealing in. It's in Atlanta. Kind of liked it for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, he said he would take $20 for it. But it's kind of weird because it looks like it's definitely been tumbled. But the guy didn't put enough copper in there and the neck is still stained. Not the inside. I'm talking about the outside of the neck is still stained. So I'm going to have to retumble that one. And I picked up another one of these. I already have one in my collection, but that Coca-Cola embossing is just so beautiful. For $50 I thought, yep, I'm gonna get it. Gotta have another one at that price. And then another guy had a bunch of straight-sided Cokes, or he said he did, but this was the only one he had left. I thought, dang it, well, that's a pretty nice one. I like the look of it. It's kind of unique, and it's got that little 7-ounce on the neck. I always look for the straight sides that are kind of unique styles. And it's super clean, blown in a mold. It's only $40. So I thought, yeah, I'll go ahead and get that one. And I picked up a big size 10-pin. It's got nice sharp embossing. Blown in a mold. I'm sure it'll turn purple if I want it to. It does have a big chip out of the back, but I paid $20 for it just because I liked it. And then I bought this. It's only $5. I like half-pint flasks, and this has some embossing all over it. Even not a saloon name or anything like that, but it's got a lot of embossing anyway. And I picked up one of these. I think 25 years ago these were already $35 or $40. This one's kind of fading out on one side, so I think that's why he sold it really cheap. Still, I couldn't believe it. He only was asking $5 for this. And the same guy had a whole case of these. But that's a really great image right there. He was selling these for only $2 each. At that price, I said, okay, I'm going to get 5 of those for resale purposes. Yeah, it's a beautiful bottle. This one's going to require a little bit of Comet on a wet toothbrush to clean that off. But yeah, that was a great score, I thought. I also picked up this, I guess it's a 3-ouncer. Maybe only a 2-ouncer. It was only $7.50. Bought this from the same guy that had those 16-ouncers that were embossed. I paid him $7.50 for that. After I clean it, I'll probably get $17.50 out of it. I picked this one up. Cello. I think they got sued out of existence by the Coca-Cola company for simulating the bottle that has the ribs, the hobble skirt. And the way it's written is kind of like a Coca-Cola. So for $10 I thought that might be worth $25. It's from Florida, Tampa. Okay, I picked up a couple of these 12-ounce Mountain Dews. Got the red hillbilly on the neck. The price was so cheap I had to buy them. $5 a piece, and he let me get them for $4 each. This one, however, has some discoloration on the label. It's got the fully red, the redhead guy, I guess some people call him. And it says Mountain Dew is good, which is a rarer slogan than the it'll tickle your innards slogan. And I went to an antique shop. Somebody had just put a whole bunch of mason jars in there. And I looked at these and I said, these ones are really early looking. Ground tops. Big quart size. I looked at the price tag and it said $12. I said, are you kidding? That's got to be worth at least twice that much. So I picked that one up. And then I saw this one. Super whittly. Tons of embossing on it. It's got a big ugly bubble kind of thing right there, but it's an early ground top one. It was only $12. Couldn't pass that up. There was another one I had to get in the quart size. It was only $10. Couldn't pass that up. It's also ground top. So even though I had to drive about 500 miles on this trip, I think it was worthwhile. So that's it. Another successful treasure hunt.